guys, I'm Troy from GymFunnels, and I'm going to explain to you today how one of our clients was able to book 46 appointments entirely with artificial intelligence. So one of the things that we've been doing for over a year now is that we have been creating lead automation funnels. Why? Because one of the most important things is to follow up a lead immediately. The speed to lead is crucial, and big companies know this, but a lot of gyms struggle with this. They think that they can just call their lead the day after, and that's not true. And this has been studied many times. Normally you should have a feeling for it. You should feel that when you call a lead the day after, they're much colder than when you call them immediately. But they have studied this phenomena, and like the Harvard Business School studied this and many others. And in a study from Harvard, they show that if a lead is contacted later than 5 minutes after the application, the likelihood of them becoming a client is decreased 8-fold. So 8 times less likely for them to become a client. So if we reverse that, the difference is if we call a client or if we contact a client within 5 minutes of him, if we contact a lead within 5 minutes, there is an 8 times more likelihood of them becoming a client. So this is crucial, and this is something we have known for a while. I saw this in my own gym. I try to call people, but people don't answer the phone anymore. So that's why I started WhatsApping them. And I had a lot of clients that just didn't want to call. They just texted on WhatsApp and they booked an appointment. So I said to the entire sales team, from the moment I knew this, I said, call the leads immediately from the moment you have the chance. But if they don't pick up the phone, just send them a WhatsApp message. And once we start doing that, we're booking much more appointments. So that's why we created Gymbot, our software that automates all of this WhatsApp texting. It's an automated workflow where people just get WhatsApp messages to get them to book a call. It works really, really well. Now, I will explain more about that in a different video. But the downside was that many times so first of all, you need this to be automated because you're not always available to text people on WhatsApp or call them all the time. We know this. This is inhuman. You cannot just sit next to your phone and call them all the time. We used to do this. In the beginning, we had like an integration with Zapier that we would get a text message once we had a lead come in, so we could call them immediately. But this is very hard because leads also show up at different moments in time, like at weird times. Sometimes leads are very early in the morning or very late at night. So it's not really polite to call people then. So that's why we automated it. But the problem was that when you contact a lead, they respond, but then they start asking questions. They start asking questions like, okay, what's the price? That's the most common question. What's the price? And then just scheduling questions. I analyzed like 1,000 of our WhatsApp conversations we had already, and the most typical questions we get are, what's the price? And then scheduling questions, when can I come by? And does it work in the morning? Does it work in the evening? Can I come by during lunch? Whatever. But the thing is that our bot sent the automated message to follow up with lead immediately, but then if there was a question, the bot could not answer this question. The bot could not really schedule the person. The only thing that could happen is that the bot say, hey, I saw you were interested in our challenge. You can book an appointment here so we can see if we are a match. And then there's the link, and then people click the link and they book their appointment themselves. But in many cases, people start asking questions. But when you get a question, a human has to answer. And it took like 12 hours at least for the person to get an answer. And that cooled off the lead. Because it's not only the speed to lead in the initial conversation, but it's also the speed to lead for the entire conversation. Because if a lead is followed up immediately, but then he doesn't get an answer to his question, the lead will get cold. Because this is how humans are. It's psychology. It's really strange. We are very emotional beings. It goes like waves, like we're enthusiastic, then we're not enthusiastic, we're motivated, then we're demotivated. So if we are on the peak of our motivation and then we book an appointment, that's where the magic happens. So that's why we start using AI to always be able to answer the questions of a lead immediately. And one of the first tests we did was with Area 21, a client of ours in Belgium. They have been working with us for almost a year now, and they had 700 leads, but they didn't follow up with them properly. They had like quite some sales. They could have had much more, but a lot of those leads were like never really called, or there was still value in these leads. I knew that. So I said to them, let's try the database reactivation campaign like 3 months after the leads were generated. So they're not like entirely cold. They still know who you are. But I know you guys are busy because these gym owners still have a full-time job. They don't have time to call leads. They don't have time to follow up with leads. They only have time to show up at certain times at their gym, give training and do some sales. So I said, let's make it as efficiently as possible. Let's do a database reactivation campaign where we use AI. We have nothing to lose because I know that if we don't use AI, you will not be able to follow up with them because you don't have any time. So we did this and the results were insane. It was crazy. As you can see here on the dashboard of GymBot, they had 46 intakes booked last month. Now this is not correct, this data, because they didn't keep track of the data to have this as a correct metric. You need to do some manual actions to mark them as show or no show, and they forgot to do that. But okay, doesn't really matter. With 46 appointments in 1 week, just from one database reactivation campaign. So we had 700 leads. That's really insane, 46 appointments. And let me just show you what it looked like. It's really nice to see. So it was like 1 month ago. So let's see, it was this week. So in 1 week, they had all these appointments. Their entire calendar was packed, like packed. It was insane. And as you can see, they had some no-shows, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 no-shows. But that means that they had like more than 30 showed appointments. And then this was for the first week. And then they had a little bit of that left in the second week, just a little bit. But this is insane. Like, let's just look at the numbers. So they had 700 leads. And the most insane part is actually that these leads were already paid for. So they were just waiting to spend money. And that's a big hack. A lot of gym owners forget that they pay for a lead once, but then they just contact them once. They forget that they can nurture them and get them to reactivate them. That's why there is a database reactivation. So these leads were just sitting there. And what they were going to do was just start a new marketing campaign. But I said, no, let's start with those old leads because we can get some out of it. So they had 46 appointments. And let's say around like 35, 36 showed. And I know they had 12 sales. So, okay, the sales rate is a little bit lower than what you expect, but don't forget that these were like cold leads that were like generated 3 months ago. And the thing is that they sell their challenge for 299. So they have made 3,588 euros just from leads that were laying there. They were just like sitting there. And this was money that it feels like this money was created out of thin air because it was just waiting there to be spent. So this is the amazing thing. And I'm going to show you how our AI was able to handle that. So I just found this one amazing conversation. So this was a lead that was generated like in January, as you can see. But then he didn't really show up or anything. Something happened. So we sent him a database reactivation on April 10 or something, April 9, okay? So April 9. And this was the video that we used, which was a very short selfie video. It's in Dutch, but I'm just gonna show you guys if I'm able to show you. Yep. As you can see, just a very short video, selfie mode, where the gym owner is talking, is saying like, hey, I'm sending you this video because you had some interest a while ago and we're opening up some extra spots. So it would be really nice if you would, if you're still interested, you can join us. We have 12 spots or something. That was the first message. Now, of course, not a lot of people react to the first message. That's normal. We have a short attention span. We have TikTok brains. So the bot automatically sends a reminder. Hey, Bram, did you receive my video? And then immediately after it, and that's what I think is really cool, we do it in a very natural way. Like we have programmed our bot to send WhatsApp messages like a natural, like a normal human being would do, like short messages right after each other, like 2 minutes between. And here he says, hey, I have still 12 spots left for the next edition. And then, Bram, everything okay? That's a very good message. And he said like, yeah, I'm just on holiday right now. I'm in a different time zone. Can you send me all the info? When and what is going to happen? What's the price? So all questions. Now this, as you can see here, I'm not shitting you. This is the sign that it was answered by AI. I don't know if I can show it to you, but yeah, as I see here, AI response info. So this is what the AI responded. This is like, it shows you that this was not done by a human. This was done by AI. So the AI says, I'm not going to give you all info. We are going to discuss that during an intake call, a video call. Also an important detail that I didn't mention, we did all these 12 sales via video call. So they didn't even show up in their gym. They didn't even have to go to the gym and take their car. No, they just did it via video calls. 12 sales, 3,500 euro, boom, via video call. Just a side note. And then, so the AI, I just love the way the AI here talks. It says like, look, it's much easier to just make an appointment to see what option fits you best. Shall I make an appointment with you? And this person is just like, I'm talking to a person. I'm just like talking to a person. He's like, okay, I'm back the 15th in Belgium. Great, the 15th, I have these spots available. No, he said, okay, you're back the 15th. Here are some spots for the 16th. So he already takes into account like an extra day for this person. What fits you? And he says, yeah, 16 April, 12 o'clock. And then he confirms your appointment is booked for 16th of April, 12 o'clock. See you and enjoy your holiday. Oh my God, man, this AI is so smart. I just love it. This is like, it's done. You don't have to ever send a text again. You can just use AI, guys. It's only going to get better. And then what happens is, let's go, you have booked an appointment. So we send reminders automatically. The most important thing about sending reminders is you always ask a question at the end of the reminder. Can you confirm that you have received everything? Yes. You call me via WhatsApp and then see you soon. Oh, my flight is delayed. No problem. Another reminder. And then he says, my flight is delayed. Can we put it one day later on Thursday? And this is when a human has to intervene. So this is not done by AI yet. I'm going to be completely honest. You can see this was done by a human. But in the future, we could even do this via AI. But just to show you how cool it is that the AI is able to see that the person is on holiday, he asks so many questions, he's able to handle that immediately. And look at the speed to lead. Like this guy, he was sending at weird times because it was in a different time zone. Well, this is not really a weird time. So it's 1:08, and at 1:09, he answers already. So this is the perfect way to get the conversation going. And this is how we have used AI to generate crazy results, and we're using it for more and more of our clients already. I think around 10 of our clients are already using AI. Some of them keep answering like messages manually. So they have Gymbot, the bot sends automated messages, and if a question comes in, a person answers, which is fine. That works really, really well. But I think that in the future, and if AI is going to get better and better, we're going to do so much things. We're going to do like automate it completely. The thing now is that we automated like 90%. As you can see here, like a person had to answer. But the good thing is that it also filters the bad leads with the good leads, because AI will do all the talking and will spend all this energy and time to talk with bad leads and get them to book an appointment. And once they book an appointment, you know it's a really hot lead. And then you can focus your attention on the hot leads, and the cold leads, let AI warm them up. Let AI do what it has to do. So you don't have to waste time anymore. You can just focus on managing your club. So I'm just super excited with these results, and I wanted to share with you. If you want to learn more about Gymbot, we have a free course in the description. Let me know if you, in free course, you can check it out in our community. You can get in touch with me there in the community. If you don't want to, you can just follow the free course and get as much value out of it as you want. And I just hope that I was able to show you like what direction AI is going and how it can really have a really, really, really big benefit in the gym world. So talk to you later. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.